Love is a way of building to a crescendo. Ride if you will, ride it with me.
We are outside, and I'll tell you for why. Because I looked at my setup and I said, you know what? It's going to be Friday. So I've got coffee. Now this is the vanilla. I've also brought out the caramel. The vanilla, interestingly enough, is 130 calories. This one is 150 calories. I think it's all the caramel. Let's see, cane sugar. This is a cane sugar drink. And it's absolutely delicious. I'm pretty sure the vanilla one's 130 calories. But I've also got, are you ready for this? Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Oh my God. Pumpkin spice cupcakes. One of our neighbors down the way, she is unfortunately by herself now because her husband passed away over a year ago. And she had her porch done just like we did. And they moved everything off of her front porch. Probably her family did. Well, her family's not available to put everything back. So one of our neighbors, a direct neighbor, texted me saying, hey, can you help her this weekend? And I said to myself, well, if she's down there now, why don't I just go help her now? So I went down and helped her out. She's got all of her stuff back on her front porch. I made sure 4 times to ask her, are you sure this is everything you want? And she said, yep, it's everything I need on the front porch. None of it was heavy, it was just awkward. So, and it is amazing. It is absolutely fantastic how much a little bit of work like that, like heavy lifting or medium lifting or even light lifting and moving stuff around can just boost your energy, you know? I was kind of feeling sad this morning, and then I came outside and I'm like, okay, well, the warmth is brightening me up. That's nice. And then the neighbor said, can you help Lida? I said, sure, I'll go over and help Lida. And it was 2 chairs and a bench. And they were not too heavy, but they were awkward. And it's just amazing how much better I feel because I did that. It's wild, you know, walk a couple extra steps maybe, take an extra trip around the block on your feet, go to a mall and walk around the mall, you know, that kind of thing. Just, it doesn't have to be heavy lifting or medium lifting if you don't have a good enough back for it. You know, it's just amazing how a little bit of activity can actually, but you have to do it kind of consistently. If you do it once, you're just going to be tired. But if you happen to, you know, I've been going to our local rec center, to the gym area. Yeah, I try to go like at least 3 times a week. I try to maybe do 4 times a week if I can swing it 4 times. But usually it's like 3 times a week, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've been able to walk farther. My back has not hurt as much when I don't tweak it. My feet have been, I've not had any soreness in my heels or ankles. My joints have been so much better. So, I mean, just a consistent workout routine where you're working your joints, where if you're just walking, you're walking, you know, that kind of thing seems to really, you know, I am proof. I was not feeling physically well. And then I went on the Ozempic, and now I've lost weight. My blood sugar is under control. I don't eat excessively sugary things anymore, even though I will indulge. I mean, every once in a while indulging. It's all moderation, you know. I'm probably not going to open this and drink it. I was just bringing it out for illustrative purposes because I threw away the other can accidentally when I poured this out. So what are you going to do? But it's a gorgeous day. There's not a cloud in the sky. I've got the corn behind me growing. Oh, it's probably done growing. I think it's got ears. It's got tassels on it now, so Probably in another month we'll see it get cut down. It's field corn, so it's just for animals, so it's not for human consumption normally. So it'll be dried out and ready to go, and they'll cut it down and everything will get covered with dust, but it'll be so cool to watch because they got huge farming implements back there. So watching them cultivate and plant in the springtime was actually pretty cool. I was sad that I missed it. I think we did well. I wasn't sad because I think we were in Colombia when it happened, but because in Colombia was a great time. But I missed them planting, I think, so which was kind of sad because they got a big thing on the back of a huge tractor that they just pull through the fields there. And like I said, it's a good, 1.5 to 2 miles worth of corn in that direction. So out this way, it's not, I don't think it's a mile. It might be a quarter of a mile that way to our south. So, and this itches. I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not. I know it doesn't look that amazing, but boy, at the same time, this is since mid-October. So it just doesn't grow very fast, and it starts to itch, which is really annoying. So yeah, I was going to talk about all the terrible things, but it's like you get that enough anyway. You really do. We get it so much anymore. I even try to use the word block stuff in like threads to block stuff, and somehow, some way, people find a way around those blocked words. So it's like, you're still reading about it, even though you don't want to. I mean, it's just weird because it seems like it's purposeful, because people see and know that you're blocking words, especially if the topic is hot. So they will use either one of those words, and somehow just one of those words. You have to block both words if it's a name, and then the first name and then the last name. You have to block all of that, because if they just say the first name, it'll come through. If they just say the last name, it'll come through, even if you've just got both. If you got both of them blocked out. Social media sucks. I had a whole thing about it yesterday, about how social media sucks, and there needs to be better social media literacy for kids, and probably something for adults, which I think for adults it'd probably be easier to sneak in, because in college you can tailor studies and whatnot to kind of focus on that. With high school and grade school curriculums, it's kind of more focused on the reading, writing, arithmetic, so you kind of have to make it an extracurricular one, like typing was for us. So boy, is it nice. It's nice outside right now. I mean, I really didn't have much to talk about today, and I was just really kind of just mopey until I got up, went down there, helped Lida move all of her stuff to the front porch. She's very grateful, very surprised to see me. And then when I said who told me she needed help, she rolled her eyes. So initially the plan apparently was to go this weekend with her husband, who shouldn't be walking backwards, to move all of that stuff out of the back area and on back onto the front porch. Which, it was just 3 items. The bench and 2 chairs. Very easy to move by myself. So, I mean, it would have been a nice excuse to get together, sit down and talk, but at the same time, I really don't want the neighbors hurting themselves, So, I try to help as much as I can. I try to make sure that they know that I'm here to help as much as I can, and that always doesn't doesn't happen. So, we're gonna open one of these up. Look at that. Ooh, buddy. Just icinged, too. I guess I'll save the other one for Matt when he gets home. He's going to need it because he's pickleballing tonight. So, he did it last week at this time. Tonight it'll be at 9 o'clock. Apparently it goes for 50 minutes. So. Oh, Lida. Ooh, the icing is amazing. Ooh. Oh my. Yeah, we'll save that one. But, whew, that icing. Holy cow. Cream cheese icing. It's the right amount of tangy and sweet. Oh. Whoa. And then pumpkin spice. I like pumpkin spice. People like to complain about things because they exist. They see other people enjoying things. And therefore, they must be assholes. Just soak in that wind. We're not going to have too many more days like this, I don't think. It'd be nice if we did. I just need to find a climate that's like this. It's just this all the time. I don't think such things exist. You know, I mean, where are you going to go where you've got all these bugs chirping like this? Cicadas going off. Birds all over the place. I couldn't live in a big city. Going to college in a big city was bad enough. I don't think I could live in such a place. Living close enough to one is terrible. And then like 6 miles, 7 miles in that direction is a major highway. And I can hear it sitting out here. It never stops. What is funny though is that on Sundays, I'm pretty sure the church that's a mile and a half down the road has a rock and roll band that pops up every once in a while and plays. And they have all the doors open, so you can kind of hear them go off, and then you can hear the church bells ringing. I'm not a churchy person, but it is kind of cool to hear, you know? I don't really have much else to talk about, really. I'm going to finish this stuff, though. Watch. Oh. I haven't had a nice cupcake in a long time. And that is definitely a nice cupcake. I'm just sitting here trying to think. The scene that I'm in right now is not conducive to deep thinking. It's just conducive to sit back and relaxing. So yeah, what would I suggest today? Well, I would suggest if you get a chance, go out and do some moving around. Anything more than what you normally do is beneficial when it comes to like exercise. I won't say getting up an extra time to go to the fridge and get another soda is going to be beneficial. But I will say, if you see an escalator standing next to a stairway, try the stairway, even if it takes you twice as long to get up it. You know your limitations. Just anything more, even if it's just 10 steps more, you know, is working towards a goal, you know, and don't let anyone tell you any different. Doing more than you normally would is going to be beneficial. No pain, no gain is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If I'm in pain, I ain't doing nothing. So I would rather do more reps with a lower weight than fewer reps with a large amount of weight and hurt myself. So yeah, no pain, no gain is the dumbest thing ever. So thank you for watching today. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. We are in trying times, and we need to be ever vigilant, especially with what we say and do right now. And it's going to be difficult, and it's going to be even more difficult because, and I'll say it out loud, they are looking for reasons to further harm minorities. Now, I may not look like a minority, and that's very true. but I am a gay individual who is really far more empathic than a lot of other people. And I would assume that if you've watched any of the coffees that I've done previous to this, you're kind of in tune with that as well. They're looking for reasons. And they will fake it to make it. So continue being as vigilant as you possibly can, but do not sacrifice your own enjoyment, your own pleasure, whether it's driving a car, eating a cupcake, making a video, making coffee. Don't sacrifice those kind of things. Because, as Gunny says,
I said don't give the prick the satisfaction, sir.
Have a great weekend. We will talk to you on the other side. See you later. Bye.